Well, viewers, those were the headlines, and our top focus. The United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio has arrived in Israel for an official visit just days after the Israeli Defense Forces struck Hamas leaders in Qatar's capital, Doha. Now, Rubio was greeted at the airport by U.S. Ambassador Mike Huckabee and is scheduled to visit the Western Wall with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Now, speaking before his flight, Rubio states that the United States is not happy about the strike in Doha, but he has made it clear that it would not alter Washington's strong alliance and backing of Israel. He has added that talks will focus on the strike's potential impact on truce efforts in Gaza. He's also emphasized that U.S. President Donald Trump remains determined to defeat Hamas and end the conflict, as well as secure the safe return of all hostages. The Israeli missile strike, remember, targeted Hamas leaders who were reportedly meeting in Qatar to discuss a ceasefire proposal from the U.S. administration. However, Netanyahu acknowledged that the strike failed to eliminate the intended targets. With us on the broadcast is Professor Rohan Gunaratne, International Affairs expert, joining us live from Singapore. Thank you so much for taking out time speaking to us on NewsX World. What do you make of Marco Rubio's visit to Israel? This, of course, comes in the aftermath of the strikes that took place in Doha. We had earlier seen the Qatari Prime Minister interact with Donald Trump and Rubio at the White House. Post the strikes, of course, they'd emphasized that Qatar hosts the US's largest base in the Middle East, and Qatar, despite having no diplomatic ties to Israel, is still engaging in negotiations with Hamas leaders trying to reach a ceasefire deal. What do you think are the implications of this particular visit by Marco Rubio to Israel?
Pia, Marco Rubio has three objectives. One is the securing the release of the hostages, and this can be only done by working with Qatar and perhaps with Egypt. So to restart and restore those talks between Qatar and Israel and Hamas and the US and Egypt and other countries. The second objective that he has is to ensure that the aid gets into the hands of the Palestinian people, because Hamas has been looting the aid and also taking control of the aid. The third is, of course, very strategic and very important, because now all the countries in the GCC agree that Hamas should have no role to play at all in the future of Gaza. That is to ensure that Hamas is dismantled, and Marco Rubio will address the threat posed by Hamas. Hamas is today posing a threat, not only in the Palestinian territories, but Hamas has a presence overseas, both in Asia and in the Middle East and in Africa. So a comprehensive plan, and this will include the designation of Muslim Brotherhood, because Hamas is the Palestinian branch of the Muslim Brotherhood, and that will be also one of the initiatives of the United States to blacklist this organization, which is the ideological foundation of ISIS or Islamic State, Al-Qaeda and Hamas. These will be the three main initiatives that we will see featuring in the discussions with Israel and subsequently with Qatar.